Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to install or replace your hatch struts on your first generation NSX. And so here's the part number. I believe it's the same part number for both sides. It comes with a strut and a new ball joint, which I've already installed on this one. It's easy to fit. It's already pre-greased inside, and you just insert the ball into the opening until it clicks in. And all you need, looks like, is a 12mm wrench. This is aftermarket. You can see that it doesn't look exactly the same. The aftermarket version uses a clip on the outside, and I'll show you how to remove that. The OEM version just clips in by itself and holds in place. And you'll just need a 12mm wrench and 10mm sockets for these bolts on the bottom. So I'll show you how to do that right now. Okay, so to remove this aftermarket strut, we're going to get a pick and pull off this clip and pull it down and out. And I will show you how that works when I remove this. Alright, once you go ahead and remove this C-clip, you can actually remove this one of two ways. You can remove the C-clip and pop this off of the ball joint, or you can just undo this 12mm right here, fastener, the ball joint essentially, and pull and unthread it from the whole thing. You're going to have to unthread it anyway to remove the OEM one, but it might be easier to unthread this with a socket after you remove this outer piece. So there's two methods to do that. I'm going to do it the latter way. I'm going to remove these two 10mm next, and then pop this off, and then use my 12mm socket to remove that ball joint. So again, there is two 10mm right here. I'm going to remove those right now. And of course, you're going to want to make sure that someone's holding up the hatch for you so it doesn't fall down on your head. Now that the shock is removed, I just had to, what I did, I don't know if it was caught on camera, but I just pried it like this. And now we can go ahead and stick a 12mm socket on there. I'm actually doing this by myself, so it is possible to do it by yourself. I'm holding the hatch currently with my left hand. There is the ball joint with a washer on it. Alright, and if you wanted to see how these clips go together, maybe you are installing an aftermarket version, the way they hold these ball joint in place is this metal piece, vertical piece, goes up and out through here, and then locks in place like this. So once it goes all the way up, locks in place like that. So to remove it, all you do is pry off this corner, or even use your fingers like that. Rotate it, pull this out. So once you remove this clip, you'll be able to pull out this ball joint. If you have a hard time pulling out the ball, just use a wrench or something, a small wrench or something in here, and pry out. Use kind of leverage and pry out like that. But that's how those work. I'm gonna go ahead and thread this guy on. So this one, so the bottom of the shock may not be oriented in the correct position, but all you do is just grab the bottom and twist it as needed, and then pivot it up in order to get it into place. So there you go. So the top currently is just hand tightened in, so that's important to note currently. And I'm going to put in the bottom bolts because currently I'm holding the hatch with my head. Okay, put my 10mm socket back on. And so now I'm going to continue to hold the hatch with one hand just in case. And I'm going to continue to tighten this ball joint in to place. And I'm sure there are torque specs for these, but just tighten these snug. Okay. Now I'm going to grab put a socket on my 10 and do these by hand, snug. All right, and we're done. So that took about 5 minutes and a few tools for one side. Of course, you got to duplicate that for the other side, but yeah, very, very simple. Just a 10 mil socket, 12 millimeter wrench, and maybe a pick if you have an aftermarket shock in there. So very simple. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next one.